Salutations. Today is April 6, 2011, and we're looking at some footage right now that I actually shot a few days ago. We're heading outside, and you can see all my plants are outside. I haven't moved them out permanently at this point yet, but oh, there's my ivy, looking sharp, nicely trimmed, very well groomed and controlled, growing over everything. But yeah, this is, oh yep, and there's my little clone maple tree, and then you look right next to it, that's the stick, that's the original maple tree, that's the whole thing, and that's what I took that clipping from to make that clone that's down there on the ground. Got my big basalt catawba rhododendron there. It's like one of my favorite shrubs. It's old, it's been here as long as I've owned this place. And I'm trying to show you that little tree down there, but you can't see it. There's a video coming up. I'll show you. You'll be able to see that. But basically, I'm showing you a lot of stuff. That's a Butylochia. I'll tell you what all this stuff is a little bit later too. But basically, past few days, this is what I've been doing every day: taking the plants out for a couple hours, letting them get used to sun and wind. The weather's been appropriate. I'm just trying to get them hardened off so I can move them outside permanently. It is a little early in the year, and they're going to have to contend with some 60-degree weather, maybe 60 degree is the highs. Maybe a few 70-degree days, but for the most part, highs are in the 60s. And they might have to contend with some overnight lows that are in the 40s, but they're just not cutting the mustard indoors, and they need to get outside. So this is just all my plants every day. This is the drill. If it's good weather, I move them outside to get them used to conditions. Okay, here's a few days later. This is live audio coming up. Greetings and salutations. Today is April 5th, 2011, and we're looking at the 10-day forecast on the weather. It's 51 degrees outside right now, but as you can see, the predicted overnight low for tonight is 34 degrees. So, granted, I'm not going to risk leaving my plants out overnight tonight. However, tomorrow the low is in the high 40s, which my plants should be able to tolerate. High is mid 60s. Then, 71 degrees for Thursday. And then it is cold and rainy through the weekend, but it still stays mostly in the 50s, maybe a little bit in the high 40s. I just brought all my plants back in. You can see everything's out of the aquarium room, and I've got it all in my kitchen. I took my prized specimens, or my favorite specimens. That's a habanero there. That's a Butylochia. That is another Butylochia. And this guy, this tall guy, is a cayenne. These are all in containers. As you can see, my peaches never germinated. They just sort of putrefied in the soil, so I pulled them out. You saw that video clip from yesterday. That little maple tree I took out, and I planted him outside already. He'll be okay in the cold. If it gets really cold at night, these guys will be in containers so I can bring them back in. But they have to, they're not doing well indoors. They need outside, and they need big pots for their roots to grow in. So these guys are definitely, sorry about the focus there. These guys are definitely going to make it, just because if I'm worried I can take them in, these are going to be the plants that really get babied. Now these guys, there's a lot of them. They're in my window. It's starting to get dark. It's a little past 7 o'clock. I get home from work around 4:30, 5 o'clock. I set all these outside, and then that's what I've been doing the past couple days. And then when it starts to get dark and cold, I pull them in. But you can see there's a little bit of leaf roll on some of these, and that generally indicates some kind of stress. It could be a magnesium deficiency. It could be too much nitrogen in the potting mix that I used, but I doubt that's it. These
long, sticky, leggy things. These are those tomatoes. And they're so ready to die or explode. So I'm going to see if I put them outside, if they'll explode and not keel over. But these plants are sad. But yeah, so these guys, I mean, the next day or two, I'm going to end up putting these guys in the ground. I'll probably put them in the ground tomorrow, leave them overnight. They'll deal with some 46-degree low, and then they'll have one nice sunny 70-degree day, and then they're going to have to tolerate a few days in the 50s. And then a few more days with highs in the 60s, lows in the high 40s and low 50s, which is not so bad. So they might be okay, they might not be okay, I don't know. I'm not going to put all of them out. I'm going to put as many of them in the planter bed as I can. And what I have left over, I'll give to friends, family, and I'll bring up to my girlfriend's house. So that's just another quick update. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye.
And finally, the moment you've all been waiting for. This is now earlier today, and I put what's in the ground that's going to be in the ground. Showing you my ivy again, and this time I'll actually describe everything you're seeing. And I described this once before. This is my beautiful, lovely ivy that I've trained so well to grow around all that stuff. Going down. Oh yeah, I gotta move those tomato cages out of the way. There's the camera strap. Alright, I'm showing you the maple clipping, and then that's the original maple tree. My beautiful Catawba basalt rhododendron. It's going to get beautiful purple flowers in about a month. And then this little guy is some sort of, not a birch tree. Oh man, it begins with a K, but it was a tree I just planted last year from seed. Boot Jalokia, that's what that guy is. That is a Boot Jalokia right there. That is also a Boot Jalokia. That is a jalapeno right there. Yeah, I'm trying to read the tag that I labeled it as a jalapeno. That is a Mexi Bell F2. That is the Goliath Hybrid F2. That's another Goliath Hybrid F2. They look bad, but I think they'll start to improve now that they're outside and out of those small pots. That's a Mexi Bell Hybrid F2 right there. And that is a habanero right there. It's my F3 hybrid habanero. That is a cayenne, and that is a jalapeno right there. So I got 10 plants in the long planter box, and you saw up at the end I had another guy. And you can see all these extras I have. These are all going to friends and family and my girlfriend's garden in Pennsylvania. All these 5 and 6 inch pots that are on the edge of the big planter box. Those are extras. And that's Boot Jalokia on one side of the bench and a habaneros on the other side. Here's that Norway or hybrid maple. It's getting some greenage you can't see with my low resolution camera. And then this is another cayenne in this hanging container here. Thanks for watching. That is my 2011 garden so far. See you next time. Bye.